Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, January 9th. A frosty start to the day here in the Philadelphia suburbs. Temperatures around freezing, which is above normal for this time of the year. Some frost on the ground and a little bit of fog here and there. It'll turn out to be a mild day, well above normal, with temperatures at or above the 50-degree mark this afternoon here in the Philadelphia region. And that mild weather pattern exists up and down the East Coast. It'll turn cooler on Thursday and Friday, but still a little bit above normal for this time of the year. And then this current mild spell will really peak this weekend in the Mid-Atlantic region, with temperatures soaring on Saturday and Sunday. The mild weather continues into the early part of next week, but then big changes come by the latter part of next week, probably around Thursday or so, as we return to a cold weather pattern, it looks like, here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Let's take a look at the latest surface map. There is a weak cool front out here over the Midwest. It is causing some showers. Those showers should dissipate, but the front does come through the Mid-Atlantic region later on this afternoon and early this evening, and it'll be cooler tomorrow and Friday compared to today. But again, temperatures should be a little bit above normal even on Thursday and Friday for this time of the year. For today, high pressure continues to dominate here along the East Coast. A little bit of a southwesterly flow, and temperatures should jump to 50 degrees or even higher from D.C. up to Philadelphia and New York City as well. All should reach the low 50s today, which is several degrees above normal. It's quite warm still out in the Central Rockies. Denver, for example, could hit 55 degrees today and tomorrow, but then much colder weather moves in there by Friday, and that's a harbinger of things to come for much of the nation over the next several days. Here's the latest infrared satellite loop. Really, the main story precipitation-wise today is over here in the south-central part of the country. Texas and Louisiana will have very heavy rainfall, with 3 to 4 inches of rain in parts of eastern Texas and western Louisiana, for example. Lots of thunderstorm activity. And again, there are some showers associated with this front in the Midwest. They tend to fall apart as that moves to the east later on today. I don't expect any precipitation from this cold front as it moves through the Mid-Atlantic region late today, early tonight, but it will have an effect on temperatures on Thursday and Friday with slightly cooler conditions compared to today. More precipitation in the form of rain at low levels and snow at high levels over the Pacific Northwest. Not a bad day here across Southern California, but they too will cool down like the Central Rockies during the latter part of the week. Here's kind of a quick look at the nationwide radar, and again, heavy rainfall down here across Texas and Louisiana. 3 to 4 inches of rain likely by late today and tonight, especially in eastern Texas and much of Louisiana right in there. Here's a band of showers out of the Ohio Valley. That ought to fall apart as it crosses the Appalachian Mountains later on today. More rain and snow at higher elevations in the Pacific Northwest. Well, let's take a look at a few computer forecast maps. This is from last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. This is the map for tomorrow morning, Thursday morning. Then we'll look at Friday morning and Saturday morning. By tomorrow morning, that cool front that comes through is off the coast, and strong high pressure moves right on its heels into the Mid-Atlantic region. It'll be cooler tomorrow, some sunshine, but still above normal temperatures for this time of the year. Notice this blue line here, the kind of the rain-snow line way up to the north for this time of the year. And this is not even near the peak of this current, I won't call it a heat wave, but this mild spell, which will peak this weekend. We'll take a look at that in a moment or two. A lot of precipitation kind of hanging down here in the south-central part of the U.S. into the early part of Thursday. Now here's the forecast map for Friday morning. That high kind of hangs along the East Coast, and there will be a little bit of a kind of a stubborn cool air mass in place in the Mid-Atlantic region on Friday. Temperatures will be reluctant really to get out of the 40s in many parts of the Mid-Atlantic region. You don't have to go too far to the north and east to actually experience perhaps a little bit of freezing rain, like perhaps up in northeastern Pennsylvania. There may be a little bit of freezing rain, a little bit of light rain and drizzle across much of the rest of the Mid-Atlantic. Not a heavy rainfall by any means, but kind of a damp, cool day. Albeit a few degrees above normal, there can be a little bit of freezing rain in the interior sections, upstate Pennsylvania, northeastern Pennsylvania, perhaps extreme northwestern New Jersey during the day on Friday. But notice this red line down here. This is kind of where the warm air is confined to by Friday morning, but by Saturday, you'll see in a moment, this shoots to the north and east right into the mid-Atlantic region. And here we go. This is GFS forecast map for Saturday morning. Here's that red line now. It's continuing its move to the north and east. Once that high moves off the east coast, southwesterly flow on the backside will propel this milder air into the mid-Atlantic region, and temperatures really will be off to the races both Saturday and Sunday, easily reaching 60 degrees, perhaps 65 in the Washington, D.C. area, well up in the 50s, perhaps touching 60 degrees and around Philadelphia, and well up in the 50s across New York City, both Saturday and Sunday. Can be a mix of clouds and sun on both days, maybe even a shower or two here and there, but for the most part, it'll be dry and unseasonably mild. That mild weather continues into the early part of next week, but big changes are coming by the latter part of next week, probably around Thursday or so. A strong cold front will change the weather pattern. We've talked about this before. Stratospheric warming playing a role, and the widespread snowpack across the northern hemisphere looks like it'll return us to a cold weather pattern beginning later next week. More on that over the next few days. That's it for now. Mild today and very mild also Saturday and Sunday here in the Mid-Atlantic region. For the SIWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.